And welcome to part 3 of Shadow of the Colossus. Once again, I'm dead and surrounded by shadows.
Two of them.
Two of them this time.
The post-voyeurs.
What I like about this thing is that there's no camera change, but when we go back... all the shadows are gone. My new buddies.
My buddy's only in death.
I figured you'd get tired of this after a while. After the fourth one, okay, I get up again, fuck.
You think you would have been ready this, like, by the 15th time? Alright, now, this interesting looking guy, with a big thumb for a thumbs up, is our next opponent.
Where do you see the
On the left side. Hey!
He looks nothing like that.
He looks absolutely like that. Anyway. So, being the nice concerning man I am, I'm just gonna go check up on my Princess Mona. Oh hey. She's still dead. Definitely dead.
Wake up!
Needs a little bit blindness in the eye. Maybe that'll get her going there. So, no luck. No luck. Alright, let's see what this does. Okay. Face still working? Aww.
Believe it or not, I'm actually the best doctor of this time period.
Believe me, I'm husband of the year. And that's how you jump again, don't forget. Alright. Now, we're going to a special little area that's not the same as the others, because they have a bad, at least in this sense, they have a good way of dividing the different environments up. So, oddly enough, it's kind of in a similar direction. Not Wall again.
I love you, Wall!
My favorite! But then we get to see our friend again. I know we barely forget him. Bridge! Bridge! Also, if you notice, there's a big beacon of light over there. It's actually... Oh, and also this. This is the map.
It's actually sucking me into the sky!
You can tell because there's actually, you can see the placement of the dead Colossi, but also that big bright light is also where they're dead. If you go up to the dead bodies of the Colossus, and at that point you can actually challenge it to speed runs. As I mentioned, speed runs are the ones where if you do it at a certain time, you get different prizes and different equipment. I'm not doing that, because I'm not good enough to do that, I think. So, obviously because I jump on the horse and shoot my princess in the face. But anyway, now we're going to be heading into the land of the third Colossus here. A little further down this road. What I like about this area is this Forbidden Land has a lot of different kind of environments, and this one's going to be different from all the rest, so they have a good little division with that. And that also gives you a scope of how long that bridge is, so the fact that it took that long to cross the bridge, it's warranted.
So ridiculous, though.
It's needed. It just shows how massive this place is. You don't want to touch anything, it's sacred. And of course, if we go into dark areas, our little light source doesn't work. But luckily this is a path, so I'm not too worried. Hey, lizard.
Oh, yeah.
You'll sometimes see creatures come around like this. You'll also notice that like an eagle will fly next to you if you ride at full speed. Of course not through here.
Race ya.
Ah! Smacks in the wall. And I win. Now get prepared to watch some tedium. Oh god, horse. I feel like you'd fly forward, but... Now, I can't begin to tell you what this platform actually is. But being the adventurers we are, I don't care. It's obviously used as a mechanic to get us away from the horse. So, now we just have to swim.
Would being on the horse help at all for this one?
Not particularly. Mainly space is the issue with this particular battle. If you hold the same button for grip, it does this underwater bit right here, which becomes pretty much key into some of the later Colossus you battle. But in this case, it also helps you swim a little faster. Oh, and you can jump in mid-water. Makes as much sense as I just explained it.
I see the grip gauge is being used as an air meter this time.
Yep, and if you notice, once I get back on air, it instantly fills itself back up, obviously, because I'm taking a breath. And one thing you might also notice is that my grip gauge is actually getting bigger. Every time I kill a Colossus, the grip gauge actually gets bigger.
Huh.
And this is called what I call limp arm.
You gotta slap the Colossus with it.
Flop, 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 flop. I don't know why he runs like that. He clearly failed gym class.
It's clearly not helping.
He kind of failed gym class a little bit. Oh, don't even, you just wait. Just what? I kind of suck at this part. All right.
Fall into the water.
You can fall all the way down, so no, that'd be no fun. But I forget some controls here. This is
Yeah, befriend that pillar.
There's nowhere for you to go. How are you doing that?
I'm just trying to hold it. Wait, just trying to. No, god damn it! Come on.
So is this big plateau a mushroom or something? It looks like a building, but
I believe it's some kind of temple-based structure. For some kind of reason, like it's one of the middle. I'm not quite sure the shape of it, what it indicates, but it comes off as some kind of major like temple-based plateau. Oh, and we get kind of a view of some kind of rubble over there. Could be the temple where the actual Colossus is, but nope, it's actually the Colossus.
well, he's dead. I guess we won.
Yay! All right. Now here comes one of my favorite Colossus on the whole thing.
You're sunbathing.
God, you're interrupting. It's cloudy outside. What?
You know, what if like one gets up and then stumbles and you have to watch him get back up again?
Boring. So I'm actually using the mechanic of the sword to point out its weaknesses. If you notice, when I pointed the light towards it, it showed its little weakness spot right there. He's kind of big.
Yeah.
It was big.
As soon as I saw this guy, I'm like, I love this design.
Big thing about him is that I can't climb on its legs, and obviously it's got a big weapon. and also estimating where it's going to hit can be rather unpredictable. Because of the way it swings, it tends to follow you with its blade. Also, if you don't keep an eye on your surrounding platforms, you can also sometimes fall off the edge of this whole plateau thing. Which I've done. Not in this one.
I noticed you getting close.
But what the trick is here is that if you look at his arm, he has a big ring on it, so I could jump on the blade and try to climb up his arm, but I couldn't get up any further than that little ring. So I'm trying to guide him to the point where he's hitting that big flat piece of stone to crack that, I guess you'd call it a gauntlet, off his arm a bit. And also annoy him by blasting him in the face with the light. It also shows that his other stabby point is on his head. This guy's another two-stabber here. This one's different, though, because you get to pick and choose which one you stab first. More strategic in that manner. Alright, so at this point, obviously, I'm trying to get him to hit this stone because I will otherwise have no way to get up his body, because his legs are really round. And he kind of faked me out here because I thought he was actually going to hit me. If you can't guess, that big blade would really hurt.
Really?
I know. I like how he shows his little body twist to be able to pull that blade out. But he's badass looking, so I'm willing just to look at him while he does this.
Yeah, he's got a very Hayao Miyazaki design to him.
A lot of the game gives me that feel. And I didn't do a good job dodging that time.
Wow.
And then Wanderer died.
The funny thing is, I couldn't move for like 10 seconds. So I love that effect where it's like, okay, that really hurts.
No, I think you'd be dead in real life.
So the trick at this point is to wait for him to swing and then move.
Like, if he hit you full on with that, would that be an instant kill?
You'd be near death. I never got to the point where he completely nailed me, but I probably would be dead. Unless this music changed. This is one of my favorite songs in the game. Now I just gotta wait for him to swing at me again. This time it doesn't matter where. Mainly because now that his sword's stuck in the ground, I got something to jump on. This part's really tough, though. You can lose your balance easily here because there's nothing to grip onto, except for the edge of the sword!
The eroded off edge of the sword.
Yep. I have master grip.
Is this hair?
It kind of is like hair, but sometimes it comes off a little bit like grass or vegetation. The combination is it almost looks like these creatures are part of either a creature in itself or some kind of architectural like construct based on the land around it. Like almost like these things popped out of the earth or popped out of some kind of temple.
Yeah, I noticed from like the first one where it had the birds surrounding it. This game kind of gives off an edge of like humans. Like there's an underscore of humans toying with the earth and with nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like humans are the real destructive monsters here.
And the big thing is that none of these Colossi are really that evil. I mean, we're the ones going up and killing them.
Yeah.
In fact, some of the later ones appear more innocent than others, and it is a slight question of guilt, taking down these creatures that obviously had no beef with you at all. I'm starting with the stomach area because it's the much harder area to stab, oddly enough.
No, I can see why.
Basically, the way his body moves is that he puts a lot of the weight into his stomach area. Whoop! That was too much momentum.
Jeez.
See, that's the problem with momentum sometimes. But big thing about this, and something I kind of figured out while playing, is that you have to wait for the right moment to stab him. Or he'll just keep on flopping around because his body moves too much. So this is the best time to stab him when he's wiggling. But then if he starts doing the wiggle too much, then you can't do it again.
Starts belly dancing.
Yep.
Does the Macarena for a bit, and then...
Imagine from a distance, just you can't see the person, you just see this Colossus stand there flopping its top half around like... Aah! Luckily, this place has a nice little platform on his crotch, so if I need to recharge my gauge, he's able to do so.
You think all the blood would just come out of the belly button right there.
I would just like the fact that it showed Wander's face just covered in black goo. Just stabbed him. This part takes definitely some patience. And I'm basically just kneeling down so I can conserve. And also that's another trick that you can utilize as well, is that you can, letting go is not always a problem because then you can re-grip anywhere you want, so I use it as a pretty quick way to travel around its body sometimes. Whoa, God!
Whoa!
I'm okay.
I hope you like the sound of Wander going, oh!
Yep. Big thing about this game is that there's a lot of opportunities to at least get back onto him, but you usually have to follow the same trick you got onto him in the first place. So sometimes it can get rather tedious, because then in this case, you just have to wait for him to swing again. But some of the other ones, if you fall off, you're pretty much cursing at your screen, because it's going to take you about another 10 minutes to get on him. And cool thing is, unless he's swinging around, or you're at least falling, you can still kneel and grip, and you won't drain your grip gauge either. Kneeling just helps it to where if he does start wobbling around, I don't fall off the end like I nearly did.
Alright, that's halfway. I'm assuming that's it for... Yeah, that's it for that part.
That's it for that part. So I could try to travel around his back. A little tough to do it that way, so I'm just going to leap back to his arm. Just follow the same trick I did before. And this part I cut it pretty damn close with the grip gauge.
What are you doing down there?
That hurt. See, it's already nearly drained. And I'm like, I got nothing to land on. I got nothing to land on. I could land back on the sword, but I'd probably fall right off, so thank God for arm shoulder pads here. So I'm just gonna
Oh, the Colossus' sword. I thought you meant yours. I'm like, how the hell would that help?
just land on like a surfboard. Yeah!
Exactly. It's like, wouldn't you be dead?
See, the edges are really close to this area. I've done points where I'm so enthralled by the Colossus that I'm running around in circles and I just go, oh, fuck, there's water! Also, when he's kneeled down like this, it's a good opportunity to let your gauge charge. Just stand on his back. Now we aim for his little head here. Hi!
That's a view.
You get some pretty cool views from up here.
I see the bridge, I think.
What I love is that they still show a lot of landscape around you. It's not like just a stuck image in the back. You can actually see like the lights in the background and creatures and things like that. And big thing they're showing on this, you kind of feel bad because it can't get you off its head. And I'm stabbing something in the skull.
I don't think so.
And one more to go here if I can just get him to hold still a little bit.
I thought it was gone.
Bye, friend. I like he looks right at the screen. There's something very, very just haunting about that. Right before he...
Yeah, that was...
They even slowed it down. I didn't notice that for the other ones.
Watch when he hits the ground. He creates a shockwave.
Wow.
I like how they had all this focus on very much the material and stuff. And you know what? I know I can't outrun it, so I'm just gonna look at it.
Face out like a man.
Yeah, I know.
I'll just take it directly to the face.
I could have swung at it, I guess. But yeah, poor beast. I had to kill it, but it did smack me with its big sword, so fuck it!
If it makes you feel better, I fell too.
Hey, that hurt me a little bit.
Did you look at me? I'm you. Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Colossus, selfish. So the next Colossus we're going to be facing is going to be kind of ironic to something Yoshi mentioned in the last one. You'll know what I mean when we actually get to it. So if you can't tell, I like this game.
I'm liking it too.
I want it.
I have to admit, there's some Colossus that you fight where you're just like, ugh. There's only a couple that are like that. Most of them are really cool experiences.